Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video of our channel. So from this video we are going to learn about, or you can say we are going to start with programming with C language. This subject belongs to different universities, but we will be covering the syllabus of MAKAUT University, and those who are studying under the colleges of MAKAUT, they can easily follow this this playlist and they can score well. Okay, so if I tell something about me, uh, to build your confidence that why I am eligible to teach you or I can teach you. So I have already have experience of teaching C language from past 2 years, and I already scored 10 out of 10, and you can say full marks in my time in my university, which is also MAKAUT University. So yeah, I can help you with some different strategies to score full marks in that subject. Okay, so that's the thing. Although teaching style matters, marks does not matter, but yeah, I have experience in both cases, so I can definitely guide you well. So without hesitating, just follow this playlist. I can guarantee you can score well in your exam. Okay, so without wasting any other time, let's start with our PPT. Okay, so at first let's discuss about the syllabus. We are going to start with module 3, and if you want to learn about the basic things like what is integer, what is float, I'll be making a dedicated video on that, and you can check it out from my channel. I will be uploading uh, after this video. Okay, those who don't know about the basics, they can cover those things from that video, a single video, and you can jump to this video after that, because these topics which I will be covering throughout this series, these are the important topic. And first of all, the first most important thing or important topic is conditional branching and loops. Okay, so according to MAKAUT syllabus, it contains 6 lectures, and we will also be trying to cover it in 6 lectures. As well as after completion of all the topics, just before examination, we will be practicing more and more questions for uh, strengthening your topic or this topic. Okay, so that you can perform well in your exam, and some like you can say hutke type question. Okay, some different type of questions we'll be covering, as well as we'll be covering MCQ type questions and this type of stuffs. You can suggest me your suggestions below, and let's start with the topic. Okay. Okay, so at first in the module 3, there is this topic conditional branching and loops. Okay, uh, there in the syllabus it is written the writing and evaluation of conditional and consequent branching. Okay, iteration and loops. Okay, so now in day 1, means today, we will be covering these things: selection statements, concepts and example about how to use. Okay, so actually if I show you uh, in case of, like in C language, the decision, I am also referring the uh, MAKAUT's organizer also. Okay, so don't worry about you have to read organizers separately. I will be covering those things. Okay, now here it is written that in C language, the decision making is done using one or more of the following control statements as per the diagram shown below. So what this diagram representing? That control statements based on which this chapter is, control statement can be divided into 3 parts. Okay, first one is selection statements, second is iterative test statements, and third one is jumping statement. Okay, okay, now at first in today's video we'll be talking about the selection statements mainly. Okay, so let's uh, start with it. Selection statement. Okay, so what do you mean by selection? Just comment it down, whatever your thought about it. Okay, and before starting with the selection statement, what is control statement? We are controlling the process. Okay, control statement is using those things in the programming we can control the execution of our program. Okay, so you can write it down in your notebook also. That's the concept. That's the simplest definition of control statements. Okay, control statements can be divided into three parts: selection statement, iterative statement, and jumping statement. Okay, and today in today's video we are going to talk about the selection statements. So selection means you are going to select, let's say you have some choices and you are going to pick some one choice, so that is called the selection statement. Selection means you are selecting some single thing among multiple things, so that is the thing. More easily, if I want to explain you, let's say you have this much boxes. Okay, this is box 1, this is a box 2, and this is a box 3. Let's say something is written over in this box, is that A. Okay, let's zoom it. So this is box number A, this is box number B, and this is box number C. In your program, let's say someone instructed you to pick box B. So what do you will do? You will pick that box. Okay, if in your program it is told that you have to pick box A based on some condition, so you will pick that. Okay, it means what? It means this contains, okay, this contains, actually let me bring it send to back. Okay, means this whole thing contains some boxes based on some conditions. Okay, let's say there is three conditions. If your condition 1 is true, if your condition, just a second, if your condition 1 is true, then pick that box. If your condition 2 is true, then uh, ignore it and pick that one. Let's say if your condition 3 is true or you want to pick that, then ignore that, or skip that, and finally pick that. Okay, so that's the thing about the what. Let's go and let's see about the selection statements. Okay, so you are going to select something. Just keep it in your mind that you are going to select among multiple things. Okay, you are going to select what I have told. You are going to select a single thing among multiple things. Okay, I hope you have understand the basic part, why it's called selection statements and this type of thing. Okay, let's jump to if else and switch, this type of things. Okay, so let me go to next slide. Yeah, you can avail the notes from this link, and also organize a PDF from this link. I will attach the both links in the comment section, don't forget to check those out. After that, selection statement. Okay, so let's read it out. Selection statements are used to make decisions in a program based on conditions. Okay, based on some conditions we are selecting something among some given things. So selection statement are used to make decisions that which thing you have to choose or which output you have to give in a program based on some conditions. The control flow of the program changes depending on whether the given condition is true or false. Okay, okay, so that's the definition. You can write it by yourself also. I have, as I have like taught you. So now, type of selection statements. So actually, if you see this part here, they have told if else and switch, but we will be doing these things. Okay, there will be if statement, if else statement, nested if statement, if else if ladder, and finally switch statement. Okay, so that's the thing, that if else if this combinations is under that part, if else part. Okay, so that's why they have not mentioned there, but yeah, that's the thing. Now let's at first discuss about the if statement and go one by one. Just don't sit in a position where there is some distraction. Just listen to me carefully. I'll be explaining everything. Okay, everything easily and from very basic. So You have to just understand it, and you can make the video also in 2x if you are familiar with this. So now let's jump to our session. So if statement, I have simply written a simple definition that the if statement executes a block of code, okay, block of code only if the condition is true. I have, before going to the syntax part, let's discuss about this flowchart, what it is representing actually. So I hope you can see my cursor. Okay, now let's say someone told you that there you have to accept this. Okay, you have to accept this, or let's say as an example, you can go, or you are going to go to college tomorrow if more than 30 people come. Okay, that is an example. So what you are doing, okay, let's say this is the D day when you want to go to college. At first what you will do, you will check in the group by a polling that if 30, more than 30 people have already arrived to the college, so let's go to the polling. You are checking, okay, condition means if the people number is more than 30. Okay, you have checked. If yes, then go to that part, that true part. Yes, just a second. Okay, that true part, and you go to school. You have executed the statement, executed the condition, and end the program. Okay, and end the program means you have gone to school, you have done the classes and come to home. Okay, end if this statement, consider it as your home. Okay, now let's take another scenario. You are going to the college group, you are checking the condition by giving a poll that, and there let's say 20 people voted that they have come to school, sorry, college, but uh, other people have not come yet. So what you will do, this statement will become false. Okay, your going condition become false, so you are directly staying at your home, you are not executing or going to your college. So that's a simple example of, you can remember the flowchart by this. Flowchart is also important, so and it's very simple, right? So you can remember it easily. Let's, I hope you have understand. If you have not understand, just skip the video, sorry, just reverse the video backward and you can re-watch that part. Okay, okay, now let's discuss about the syntax. Okay, so what is the syntax, like how to write it in our program? Let's say we have a condition, if age is greater than 18 then show you can vote. That is our program, that program we have to make. So what you will do, at first you will take some number from the user, then you will check if age is greater than 18, then you will printf that you can vote. That's the thing. Okay, if that condition satisfied, then only execute the code inside it. Okay, I hope you can see my cursor. So that's the point. Okay, now let's take a example, another example. What is this program is about? You can see some execution, some codes are there. Here it's checking if the number is greater than 10, then only print that number is positive, else just exit the program. So let's try it. Okay, let's try it. For now we have hard coded the number, and our challenge is to take the number from the user, and just we have to check that if this number is greater than, just compare it with what I am telling with the English. Okay, then you can do it easily. Okay, let's go to the coding part. Let me turn off this thing, so escape, and after that let me open a online compiler. So let's open online C compiler, it will be better. You can make a file also, but for now I am just showing you. At first what you write in your C program has include, sorry, it's capital. Okay, so at first you will write has include. Okay, after that you will write stdio.h, which is the header file, stdio.h. Okay, after that int main, This is the basic structure, okay guys. So main, okay, after that you will do the thing. So at first what we have to do, we have to take a number from the user. Just whenever you are doing a program na, you break that program into different parts. So now at first let's take a number from user, okay. So int number, I have declared a number. Now we have to take it. Means we have to use the printf to instruct the user that you give a number. So let's write printf. Okay, I am telling the user that please enter a number. Okay, after that scanf percentage d, and after that scanf percentage d, and we are going to store that number in which address? Num. Okay, so just write address. This is address operator. Let's capitalize it. I think it's not visible properly. Okay, for now it's visible. So address of num variable, we are going to store the number into address of num variable. After that what we are going to do, now what we have to do, we have to check. Okay, we have to check if the number is positive. Let's think with another angle. If the number is greater than 0, then definitely it will be positive. So what I have told recently, that if the number is greater than 0, so if the number, so let's write the number is greater than 0, then it's positive. So we have to print or reply to the user that it's a positive number. Positive, sorry, negative, it become negative. So positive number. Okay, that's great, that's great. Now that is our program. Now we can return 0. Okay, now let's run it. Let's see. It want to take a number from us. Let's enter 70. It should say that it's a positive number. Okay, it's saying it's a positive number. If we enter the number as negative 70 or negative something, then what will occur? Let's see. Let's rerun the program. Negative 9, let's say. It's not returning anything. Program executed and out. Okay, executed out, but it's not showing anything. Okay, now let's go to other concept to perform that part. Okay, uh, to perform that part. Okay, now let's uh, so that is all about the if statement. What is the fault of if statement? That it is not returning something in the false condition. So for that there is if else statement. Okay, just we have to add another line here, that if this, then return print it's a positive number, and another line else print something. Okay, print something, sorry, we have to write printf like it's not a positive number. Okay, not a positive number. Okay, it has also a drawback for now, for this particular program. Okay, although we can use this single if statement or if else statement for different places according to our requirement, but I am just giving you an example and teaching you that why we need others also. Okay, at first we have discussed about only if statement. Now we are discussing about if else statement. Why it's needed? Because we have to return something if it's false, right? So let's run it. For now if I give a negative like input, so what it will return, it's not a positive number, correct? Means whenever it goes to that part and checked that number is greater than 0, it get a return from this condition that no, number is not greater than this. Okay, now it come to the next line in that line. So it's telling it that if it returns false, then execute this. Okay, In previous case, what was happening? If it's written false, then nothing to do, then just exit the program. But in that case, it's telling that if this false, then execute this part. If this true, if this statement true, then execute that in internal thing, and like exit the program. Okay, so that's the thing. Now, okay, before jumping to the if else else if and else statement, let's discuss about this flowchart, what is doing. Okay, so let me present it. Okay, the if else statement executes one block of code if the condition is true, and another block of code if the condition is false. As I have mentioned, if you have like listened to me very like what I can say, very carefully, then you can understand the definition very easily, that the if else statement executes one block of code if the condition is true, and another block if it is false. Okay, okay, fine. Now, what this flowchart is representing, let's see. We have started the program. I hope you can see my cursor. If condition is true, then come to this side and execute the if body. Means the body inside if statement, inside if whatever code is written, execute it. Okay, and just like in exit the program for now. Okay, and if it falls, that if some conditions are there, it's not satisfying that condition, means it's false, it's returning false. So just execute the else body, means the code inside else body. It can be printing some statement, it can be other things also. And after doing that process, exit the program. So that's a simple thing. Okay, okay. Now what we can do, here you can see other example is given, you can try it also. But for now, let's jump to our next statement, which is nested if statement. Okay, nested if. But before that, I want to discuss about if else if ladder. Okay, I want to discuss about it. Why? Let's see. Okay, so let's say user have given a number and it's greater than 0, and if it's greater than 0, it's printing it's a positive value. If it's less than 0, or if it's equal to 0, then it's printing it's not a positive number. But what for 0? Can you really tell? Can you really tell 0 is a positive number or negative number? Because if I rerun the program, let's see, if I enter a 0, what it's giving the output? It's not a positive number. Let's see. Let's search on Google that 0 is a positive number. 0 is a positive or negative. Let's see what it's telling. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Means our program is not correct. We have to make or insert another condition, that if somehow encountered 0, our program encountering 0, then it should return that it's 0, because 0 is unique. 0 is neither positive nor negative, so it should not give an output that it's not a positive number. Okay, okay, so for that we want another statement to be executed in the condition whenever number is equals to 0. For that, let's add another line here. Just write else if. Else if. It's simple English. Else if number equals to 0, then simply print or show the user that it's 0. Okay, okay, I hope you have got it. So what, in total, what our program is doing, if it it is taking a number from the user. It's checking at first if it's a positive number. Okay, if the number is greater than 0, then definitely our program will print it's a positive number and come to the last line. Okay, okay, now after checking it, let's say if number is greater than 0, this number is greater than 0 returns false, means number is not greater than 0, it's something else. Let's check it. If number is else if number is equals to 0, is our number equals to 0? Yes. If yes, then print 0, else just go out of this program. And default condition which we have is it's a negative number. We can write it separately using another else if. That, let's write it, let's try it. Else if, what is the condition for being a negative number? That our number will be less than 0. Simple condition. So then you can printf that it's a negative number. Okay, so that's the thing, it's a negative number. Else it's not a number, let's say it's not a number. So like let's execute it and check if our last statement was correct or not. Let's enter it. Okay, it's showing it's a positive number. Why? Because whenever we are entering a character, entering some string, it converting it to the integer format, and then uh, like doing the process of checking if it's greater than 0, and it always will be a positive. So that's why. So this is a thing you can remember, that in that program, if we enter a string or a character, then what will happen, we have already done the practical, that it will convert that string or character into its like decimal format or numbered format, and consider it as a positive number and print it. Okay, okay, so it means we cannot do this statement, keep this statement. Okay, means we can simply cancel out that part and put it inside it, and let's simply remove that else if wala part. We need not to write this. So if greater than 0, then execute this. If equals to 0, then say that it's 0. Else if, only one condition left, that it's less than 0. So that's why we need not to mention with another else if statement that if number is else if number is less than 0. So we need not to write another else if statement. We can directly execute it as the last chance or last thing what can happen is that it's a negative number. So let's try it. Okay, let's say 7. It's printing it's a positive number. Let's try with 0. Yeah, it's printing also it's 0. And after that, let's try with negative 80. Yeah, it's a negative number, correct? So that's the thing, that's the easiest way possible I could teach you to understand that if else wala topic. Okay, let's go to our ppt. So here what is written, a simple flow chart. You can remember it to make the flow chart of other big programs wherever you are using if else statement. Use what it's telling, that if else if ladder. It's called ladder because we can use else if in multiple statements wherever needed. Okay, according to our need. For now we have used a single else if, but we can use it multiple times. So that's the thing. Okay, if else if ladder used when multiple conditions need to be checked in sequence. Okay, multiple conditions we need to be checked. That's the thing, that's called if else ladder. I have written the simplest definition which you can remember. So just do it, you will get full marks definitely. Write that flowchart, write the syntax and the example, bas, that's the thing. Okay, let's discuss about the flowchart. That if expression once means some condition executes, it's true, then execute the body of that condition and go out of this program. After that, if it's false, then come to the else if, next else if. Okay, and let's check its condition inside it. If it's true, execute the body inside it and go out of the program. If it's false, then come to next. Okay, if there is also a else if statement and the condition, then check it and execute it and go out of the program. Okay, done. If it's false, like third wala, you can see my cursor. So if third wala else if also false, then come to default expression, it will be executed, guarantee. If any other if or else if not executing, but else condition will always be executed. Remember this statement. Okay, in else if or that thing, which part will always be executed if previous statements are false or previous checkings are false. So that is else. Okay, else will never have a true or false condition. If somehow in the program we have to encounter else part, let's say this all parts conditions fails, so at last we have to come to that else part, and it will execute 100%. It will not be skipped. Okay, if previous conditions are false. Okay, so that's the thing. I hope you have understood this thing. That is the syntax you have to write if uh, it is instructed in your examination. Here is a example. We will be doing it, but before that, let's discuss about that nested if statement. So you can say me that Bhaiya, here is uh, like we have discussed about three type of things and we can handle all the parts with this. So why we need if else if ladder? Okay, okay, so let me tell you that there can be a situation where you need, I don't know for now that where you need exactly. Whenever you will be doing some programs, you will encounter a part in your program where you may need to use if else, nested if else actually, or nested if statement. Okay, so that's the thing. Let's say you have to check two conditions together. You can do it in two ways, but for now let's continue with that nested if statement. Okay, so here is a program. What is the syntax? If some condition is true, then go inside of this program or inside of this if statement, inside the body. Here is also we have encountered the if statement, so simply we have to go inside of this if statement also and execute the code and go out of the program. So that's the thing. It is a simple thing. We are considering outer portion of any if statement as the global portion and executing that and returning something. So that's the thing. If you are practicing it, it will be familiar. Okay, now let's discuss about the example. Okay, checking if a number is positive and even both, we have to check it both. So at first we have to check if it's positive, then also we have to check it if it's even. Let's go to that simple program. Okay, so I hope you know about the percentage and slash symbol, what it's written. Percentage actually returns the remainder. Remainder means what? If you don't know, let me describe. As this class is for beginners, so definitely I have to like tell each and everything. So here you can see, let's say 8. Okay, we have a number 8 and we are dividing it with 2. Okay, we are dividing it with 2. So we can write 2 fours are 8, right? And the remainder is actually 0 here. It means 8 is a even number. Okay, let's check another example. Let's say 5 and let's divide it with 2. Even number is which numbers? The numbers which are divisible by 2 is called even number. So let's divide it. It can be maximum like multiplied by 2 to this 2 to the 4, and the remainder is 1. So it's not equal to 0, correct? It's not equal to 0. So this thing, and returning that remainder part, that in that case that 0 is the remainder in that case, and in that case 1 is the remainder. So if we simply do 5 modulo this is called modulo operator, okay? In your keyboard you can see percentage. So if we do 5 modulo 2, then it will return us that result, means that part, that one, okay? So let's write one. If we do simply for 8 modulo 2, then what it will return? Let's do 8 modulo 2, just comment it down. If we are doing 8 modulo 2, sorry, let's take it as 2, okay? uh, as I am not using writing pad, so it's something looking bad, but I know you can adjust it. So 8 percentage 2 means we are dividing 8 by 2, and we are returning here from this remainder will be returned. In that case, what is the remainder? Remainder is 0, okay? So it will return 0 here. So that is the work of modulo operator. So in case of even number, what we have to check? We have to check the number, okay? The number, I am writing the spelling of number. So the number which our user is giving us, or we are taking input from the user, percentage 2, okay? Percentage 2, if it's equals to, okay? For checking something, if it's equals to, we use double equals to, and for assigning some value to a variable, we use single equals to. So if that num percentage 2 equals to 0, that we will check, because for a number which is divisible by 2, definitely its remainder will be 0. In place of 8, if we put 6, then also we can divide it by 3, like 3 to the 6, so also remainder will be 0. If we put 14, then 7 to the 14, so 14 minus, and remainder will be 0. So that's the thing, num percentage 2. So that is a single condition for checking. Just a second. That is the condition for checking if the number is even or odd. If it's divisible by 2, then it's even, okay? Okay, another thing what we have to like check, we have to check if the number is positive. So using previous, so another condition is what we have to check, sorry, mm, we have to check if this number is greater than 0, then only what we have to do, we have to write that number is positive and even, okay? So that's the thing, okay? And we will be doing it using if else, like nested if else, or nested if actually. So let's go to the code. We have to make some changes. Let's remove these parts, okay? That if, this type of thing, okay? Here what we have done, we have already checked if the number is positive. Now inside it, what we have to check? Yes, we are confirmed if it's coming inside the block to execute the code, then it's confirmed that the number is positive, number is greater than 0. Now we have to check with another if inside that block, that if number percentage 2 equals to 0. So that we have to check. Let's say it is also true. What does it means? That it's true, it's came inside the block and is executing that code, okay? Now it's dividing the number by 2, and it's also true. Now it will come inside that portion, means in that portion. And here what we have to print, we have to print up simply that the number is both positive and positive and number is both positive and divisible by 2 means even number. Divisible by 2 means even number, okay? So that's the thing, okay? Yeah, I hope you have understood this part. If it's not, then simply in the outer part it will go. Okay, okay, what is happening? If this is true, it's coming to here. If it's true, then it's executing or printing that line and exiting the function. If the inner part is false, then it will go out of this function and end the thing. Okay, end the thing. So for that, what do we have to do? Let's do it at first. Okay, let's do it for the outer thing. So if in outer part it's false, then it will come to this part. So here what we can do, we can simply write, it means that the number must not positive. Why I have added this must? Because whenever it's checking in the outer part, it's not satisfied to go in the inner part. Okay, might be the number is -4, might be the number is -6. In in both cases, what will happen? The both numbers are positive, like even numbers, but they are not positive number. So I am emphasizing on for the numbers being positive. So that's why if from the outer part the code breaks or it does not like accept or condition fails, then it should return the number must not positive, must not be positive, must not be positive, but it may be even, right? It must not be positive because it exited from the outer part only. We have not checked for the inner part. So it may be even number. Okay. Or may not be. If it's not a even number. So in that case, what we can do? Let's write another else statement inside the block of this if statements. Means our the number which user have entered, it satisfied that part. The number is positive. But it is not satisfying that part, that the number is even. So what is the thing? That the number is positive but it's not even. So it should print like that, printf the number is positive but not even. Why? Because it's failing in that part and it's coming to the next else part as an alternative, but it's not failed from that part because the whole code is inside that if part only, and the number entered inside the if part as it satisfies the condition that number greater than 0, means the number is positive but it's not even. Okay, I hope you got it. After that, the number is positive but not even. The number may be, must be, actually must not be positive but it may be even. So that's the thing. Okay. Okay, so let's execute it. Let's execute and let's see what it's giving. Okay, please enter a number. Let's write -8. Okay, it should give the output. You tell me. The number is positive. Sorry, it should give the output that the number must not be positive because it fails from the outer if statement, but it may be even. Yeah, it may be even in our case. So it should give the output like that. Yes, the number must not be positive but it may be even. Let's run to check for the fully satisfied condition, means 8, it's even as well as positive. So it should give that the number is both positive and even. Correct. Let's go for the number is positive but not even, like that number. Okay, so let's say 7 is positive but it's not even. Yeah, the number is positive but not even. So that's the part. Let's see. Okay, our session is of 45 minutes already, but I will definitely finish it and then only finish the video. Okay, as I am discussing from the beginning, so that's why it's taking time and I am giving some time for the explanation. That's why. Okay, now, so it's your homework to understand that flowchart. Okay, If you cannot understand, let me know in the comment section. I will be definitely explaining it to the next video. Okay, now that is the syntax. Simply they have written, or I have actually written that if part, but I have not mentioned the else part. But as a bonus, you have learned about the else also. Now that are some programs, and here is a program for checking your knowledge. Checking grade, it's your HW, that you have to take a number from the user. Okay, as you can see here, you have to take a number from the user. This is hard coded, but you have to take it using scanf. Okay, you have to check if the marks is greater than 90, then you have to print grade A. If the marks is greater than or equal to 75, then you have to uh, this greater than equals to means marks can be greater than or marks can be equals to. Okay, means as an example, let's take a number for checking this second wala, like if marks is greater than or equals to 90. 90 itself maybe like 90 itself is equals to 90, or if 91, then it's greater than 90. So the number, whenever you get a marks of 90 or above, then you should get a grade of A. So that's the thing. Likewise, there is different type of grades. I am not explaining too much. It's your homework, it's your challenge, okay, to understand it by yourself. And also another homework is this flowchart of nested if. Okay, now uh I think, yeah, two slides are left. The fifth statement, which is switch statement. Okay, so switch statement is what? Sorry, used when multiple conditions are checked for a single variable. Okay, let's say we have to encounter some, like, in place of using if, else if and this type of thing, if we directly check it from the expression, from users given expression, then we can use switch statement, switch case. Okay, let's write a switch case program. Okay, now, okay, before writing a switch case program, let's understand. No, let's at first write the switch case program, then it will be fine for you. Everything is simple, everything is similar like the previous one. Let's remove that part. Okay, uh, let's take a number from the user, and our task here is to check. Okay, is to check if the number is equals to 1, equals to 2, or equals to 3. Or let's say if the number is 1, then we have to print day 1. If the number is 2, then we have to print day 2. So like that. Okay, or we can print other things also. So how you can do this? At first, let's declare a variable that int day number. Okay, day number, and let's take input into this printf number of the day. Okay, enter the number of the day, like, and after that you have to scanf and take the number, so percentage d, and after that address of day number. In address of day number we are storing it. After that we will use switch case instead of if else. So switch, inside it we have to pass the input, means day number. Okay, switch, and after that we have to write case. Case is what? If the input is 1, then execute that something. Okay, then printf that it's day 1 and exit the program. So we have to write break. Break statement is breaking that sequence or breaking that switch. Okay, and going out of it. So that's why we have to write break statement separately. After that, simply you write if case 2, then you have to printf that it's day 2. Okay, so that's the thing. Fine. After that, case 3, so you have to printf it's day 3, okay, like that. And you can set a default case. Okay, what mistake I have done, I have not given a break statement here. Okay, here also I have to give a break statement, correct? Break statement, okay. After that, default default, and in default, if no, like, no input match, okay, this 1 2 or 3 does not match, these values are coming from this day number, okay. If that values does not match, then we should have a default statement that no match found, okay. Let's print no match found. For now, we are doing these simple programs, but we'll be actually using it in a working program where it actually needed. But for understanding purpose, we are doing this. Now let's take a input. Okay, I have not given semicolon here. So now let's re-execute it. Okay, let's enter 3. So it should tell us that it's day 3. Yeah, it's telling us. After that, let's enter 1. Let's enter 1. It's giving us the correct output. It's day 1. Let's run it. Let's enter any default value. Let's say 74, 8. No match found. Correct. So it means our program is running correctly. Using that switch case, there is another HW for you, that using that switch case, write that program. Marks marks wala program. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that one. If entered marks is greater than or equals to 70, so like that you try it. Okay, you try it. uh, or you can like do other HW, like if user have entered 1, then you have to print Sunday. If user have entered 2, then you have to print Monday, like that. Okay, so do try these two programs and let me know if you have if you are facing any problem. Let me know in the comment section. I will be solving these questions in some videos. Okay, don't worry. For now we have learned about the concept in depth in this video. Okay, let's quickly discuss about the flowchart of the switch case statement. Okay, inside switch we are passing the input value. In case 1, it's checking if it's true, mean if it's matching case 1, or if it's true, then statement then execute it and break the thing and go out of the program. Okay, and stop the program. If it's false, then check for the case 2, check the condition inside it, and if it's true, then just execute the code inside it and break the program. Okay, but break the switch case statement, actually not the program. Break the switch case statement. Okay, go out of the switch case statement, actually that is the thing. So likewise 3 and n, and there is a default, because if everything become false, then ultimately default will definitely be executed. Okay, and it will always be true and execute some output and go out of the switch case statement. So that is the understanding part of this. Okay, there is a printing day name based on the program which I have given you as an example. You can see it from here as a beginner for now. So what is the key points? If else is used when condition are different. Okay, different conditions are there. If else if ladder is used when multiple conditions we have to check. I have discussed about it. Switch if you is used when checking a single variable against multiple values. Okay, we are checking for a single variable, like we have taken the input of day number in this program and checking a single variable, that day number, against multiple values. Multiple values means 1 2 3 4, like which value it matches, and we are giving output according to it, or executing the code inside it according to it. We have written printf for now simply, but there can be some code in future. Okay, we'll be doing some tough questions based on that. And yeah, that's all for today. If you have understood all the things, just comment it down that done, I have understand everything. And if you have any suggestion, you can comment it down also. Also, you can, it will be very helpful if you can share it with your friends. uh, yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. By the way, thank you for watching this video, and here is the notes link. I will notes and organizers link. You can follow these two books. Okay. Notes wala is of article. I have written the article. You can check this out, and that's all. And I will, after completion, or maybe I can attach this video's notes in the description as a link. But I will tell, I will recommend you to take screenshots. Okay, so that's the thing. I should tell it at the beginning, by the way. So that's the thing, and thank you for once again for watching this video. Let's meet in the next video. All the best for your studies. Thank you.